Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So I decided to finish Master Mode, and this is my first completion of the final chapter, and you can see the team that I went in there with. I didn't try to build any particular team. I chose these guys just because they were available and I enjoy fighting with them. So, as I said, this is the first run through the final chapter. I went in without watching any videos or preparing in any way. I kind of like it to be a surprise. Sometimes I don't even look at the nodes unless I get wrecked, and then I go, wait a minute, what just happened to me? But I find it a little bit more fun that way. So first up, as you can see, is Gwenpool. And I really like fighting with her. Her damage is just crazy. I usually have suicides turned on, but for this one I have them turned off for a little bit. Mainly because I'm not grinding arena hard. Old man Logan is in the arena, and he went for a very low cutoff, so I knew I didn't need to go all out for him. And since I didn't have him already, now I do. Alright, we get into the end here. Hulk can be a little bit tricky sometimes. You have to be careful, especially when he has very low health. You do not want to get caught by his combo. Alright, so the next fight is against Black Widow. Now, I do not like fighting Black Widow, and there's two reasons that I don't like her. Her signature ability makes landing parries against her iffy, and my muscle memory will sometimes cause me to get wrecked. Also, her random evade. I can't tell you how many times I get caught by that random evade, and since I like to fight aggressively, it's real easy to catch me just like that. I'm going all in and she just evades right in the middle of it and attacks me, and I have no chance to recover or block. One way to counter all of that is just to fight her patiently, which I don't often do. Both her Special 1 and her Special 2 are very easy to evade as well. The reason I got caught there is because I'm actually eating my lunch while I'm fighting, and I looked away for a second to grab another bite of food. I often get caught like this. When I see his regen, the only thing I try to do is play keep away, so I start backing up so that I could regen. And if she dashes in at just the right moment like she did there, I get caught. And then I say, you know what, forget this, I'm just going to finish her off and maybe I'll heal up on the next fight. So next we're fighting Kingpin. I was actually surprised to see him in here twice. And of course I decided to go ahead and check out his nodes just in case of a nasty surprise. Now, I chose Wolverine not because he was the best choice out of my team, but because I like fighting with him and I wanted to see if I could heal him back up to full. And in a moment you guys will see how well that went. So I'm using this as my practice for the final match. Now, the way you want to fight the Punisher is you want to, of course, evade his heavies, but you want to bait his Special 1. His Special 1 is very easy to evade. Now here I pushed him to his L2, and you see that I was able to evade all of it. So it is possible. Now I would love to tell you that that was all skill, but the truth is that was luck. Luck and reflex. And you'll notice I didn't try doing that again. At the start of the fight, I received the gift of a degeneration debuff for the duration of the fight. So Wolverine was not about to get back to full. Now I still needed his regen to counter that degen, so I still wasn't going to use his specials. Right now I'm just trying to take him out before that degen takes me out. Boom! And down goes the Kingpin. Now if he had managed to hit me, it would have been all over, so I had to play a little bit more cautiously than I normally do towards the end of the fight. So at this point I have decided not to worry about trying to get Wolverine back up to full health. So I chose Scarlet Witch to go into this fight, you know, just for a change of pace, and she's still a queen in my opinion. Now I want you guys to see this. Okay, so I get caught by that heavy. That was my bad, I wasn't paying attention, and I usually tell folks the reason I don't put any points in Stand Your Ground is that I don't really get hit by heavies. Well, every once in a while that will happen. But something that I've noticed about my queen here, I have not seen her proc a regen outside of arena in a long time, at least for me, and I'm pretty sure it's just bad RNG, but it is a concern to me. Now, you may wonder why I'm not firing off her L3. I was kind of waiting to see if he was going to proc a regen at all, and then I was going to hit the L3 to nullify it and take him out. But he never did, so I just took him out. Alright, so next up we have Hood, and he can be a little tricky to fight. I do not ever want to push him to his L2 if I can help it. He's the last fight before the final boss, and I went ahead and chose Scarlet Witch again, mainly because I wanted to see if I could get her to proc a regen. And I want you guys to go ahead and count. See how many times she procced her regen in this fight. This L3 was a complete accident. If you guys rewind the video, you'll see that in the middle of the combo, she had 2 bars of power, and that's what I saw as well. What I didn't see is that before I finished my combo, she got 2 power steals in, which pushed her to 3 bars of power, just before I hit my special. So I was very surprised to get an L3 when I was expecting an L2. The rest of the fight went pretty normal for Scarlet Witch versus Hood. She power locks him every once in a while. He very rarely gets to his L2 with her. But did you guys see all of the regen procs that she did? Were you able to count them all? Yeah, I didn't see any either. And that has been typical of Scarlet Witch for quite some time now, at least with me. Alright, so finally we come to the final boss fight, the Kingpin. And as I have said in another video, the Kingpin is mostly muscle. He looks fat. It's funny to see him do that little belly bounce, but it would not be funny if you were actually fighting him. He is very strong, very, very powerful, and a vicious fighter. So with this being the first time I am going to face the final boss of Master Mode, I wanted to check out the boost to make sure there were no surprises, anything that might make me fight him a little bit differently, and I didn't see anything like that. So I went ahead and chose Gwenpool for this fight. Now if you know anything about the Kingpin, you'll wonder why I chose Gwenpool. Kingpin converts debuffs into rage. He starts the fight with 2 rages, and then every debuff he has a 50% chance to convert it to a rage. Each of his rages increases his attack power. So you do not want to fight the Kingpin with someone who is going to put a lot of debuffs on him, like Gwenpool would or Wolverine would. But I practice the fine art of don't get hit. Now, all joking aside, there is actually another reason that I chose Gwenpool other than just having fun fighting with her. She has the ability to reduce her opponent's defensive ability accuracy based on her combo count, and I wanted to see how that worked with the Kingpin. Now, I've reviewed this fight, and it looks like after she hits a 50 combo, he doesn't gain rage from her bleeds. Now, I did see him gain a rage, but I think that was off of her dexterity. But I'm not really sure. More testing needs to be done there. This L3 was a mistake. I actually meant to hold it until after her combo count got past 50. I wanted to see if that armor break actually would stick. But as you can see, it did not stick, and he ended up shrugging it off, getting a rage, and then going into overpower. So the rest of the fight was uneventful. I don't know whether it was just my luck or my choice of paths or her ability to reduce his defensive ability accuracy, but I noticed that he did not get unstoppable. And after I did this fight, I went on YouTube and I watched some other people fighting him, and he periodically would get unstoppable. So I guess I'll find out a little more when I complete this 100%. I know I was lucky in the beginning because I didn't get that degen like I did with Wolverine. But that's going to do it for now, guys. If you liked the video, feel free to let me know by clicking like. If you haven't subscribed to me already and you would like to see more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know about your experiences with the Kingpin. And you guys have a blessed day.